Member in the prison, your family member is locked up in the prison. Come. You have somebody locked in the prison? Locked up in the prison, locked up. All of you lift up your hand. I give whatever government, whatever institution that is holding your family down, 3 months maximum. Everybody's family that is there is released from any prison within now and the next 3 months.
Mount Zion,
land of deliverance and holiness.
Mount Zion.
Land of deliverance and holiness.
My name is Favor Orikese Emmanuel, and the person at my left hand side is my mom and my uncle. So during one of the service, that's about 3 months from now. So Papa called out that if you have anyone in the prison, like if you have anyone in the prison, and I was at the chat, I was working when I heard about it. So I came in, Papa prayed for us. Then we went back to what we were doing. So that 3 months from now, about 2 weeks ago, I was at work, I was working. So one of my neighbors was called and was like, she was rejoicing while I come in. So she was like, have you seen your brother? I was like, my brother, which of them? Is it my junior brother? I said, no, that your uncle, that he was just released from prison. I was like, how? When? So I was just, okay. I rushed to my mom. I was like, is it true? She said, yes, it was. And I said, do you remember this, what I told you? Because she was not around when they were giving this message. She was like, yes, she really remembered. I was like, wow, this is the God of Adetuberu.
Indeed, this is God of Senior Prophet GF Adetuberu. Now let's get to talk with our brother himself.
Mount Zion.
Land of deliverance and holiness.
Orúkọ mi ni Ephraim Obi.
Ẹjọ ẹ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ sókè dada.
Orúkọ mi ni Ephraim Obi. Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n ní ẹni tó wà nóde kò mọ tó ń sáré bí ó ṣe jáde. Àwọn ẹbí mi sáré sọ́tún sósì.
He said that he actually said his name firstly, and then he said that someone who is in bondage does not know the running around people have been doing for him or her. Said people really tried for him. And so bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan ọdún wo gangan lẹ di èrò ọgbà ẹ̀wọ̀n.
2016 ló ṣẹlẹ̀. Bóyá yìí ṣẹlẹ̀ tèmi mọ̀ ní pé mo wà ṣọ́ọ̀bù mi àwọn sójà wa gbé mi. Because mo travel lọ sí ìlú ní time December èmi àti àbúrò mi a fẹ́ lọ ṣe òkú.
Ẹ tún máa ní láti bá wa gbóhùn sókè díẹ̀ sí káwọn ará líle bá gbọ́ wa. Okay, he said that he actually started 2016. Said he was inside in a shop and he noticed some soldiers came to arrest him.
Gbàdọ̀ dé arrest mi, wọ́n gbé mi lọ sáìdì ẹlẹ́ṣinlẹ́yẹ yẹn. Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí tọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì gbogbo ẹ̀, wọ́n kóyàn mẹ́rin kan wá. Ṣé mo mọ̀ ọ́ rí? Mo ní mi mọ̀ ọ́ rí. Wọ́n ní mo yá mọ́tò, mo ní mi yá mọ́tò. Wọ́n yẹn nà wọ́n àgbà wọ́n yà gbé wa lọ Òdògbó, wọ́n gbé wa padà. Wọ́n yà gbé wa lọ station. From station yẹn wọ́n ní kí n gbé mọ́tò yẹn wá. Mo gbé mọ́tò yẹn wá. Wọ́n lọ ṣe identification pé wọ́n lọ fi hàn wọ́n. Àwọn yẹn láwọn àwọn ò rí mọ́tò yẹn ń bẹ̀. Wọ́n ní wọ́n pè mí gangan pé mọ́tò tí wọ́n ní èmi ò yá wọn ẹni mọ́tò tèmi lélẹ̀. Gọ́dọ̀ ìfimọ̀ dájú pé mi ìyá wọn mọ́tò ni pé wọ́n lè produce mọ́tò tí wọ́n yá wọn. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá dẹ̀ nìkan fi mílẹ̀. Àwọn sójà yẹn dẹ̀ kagiri borí pàṣẹ dé kóòtù ni. Àjọ 16 yẹn.
Okay. He said that after the soldiers came to apprehend him from his shop, they took him to a place at Aleshiloye and they started torturing him. They brought 4 other persons and they said, can he recognize any of these people? And he said, no, he does not know them. They said he actually lent them his vehicle. He said, no, he did not. So they took his vehicle number, they went to do their research. They saw that he was saying the truth. They referred him to a police station, here and there. The police actually then said that, okay, after all this, he can be released because nothing could be found on him. He was just a victim. But the soldier said no. Etesiwaju.
Bí àwọn sójà ṣe ní rárá, wọ́n lè gbé wa lọ court. From court ends, àwọn lọ court every year. Ṣé ti mọ̀ pé àwọn tó wà involved, àwọn ẹbí wọn náà sáré. Bójá dúdú, bójá pupa. Àti bí wọ́n kéèsì ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, làwọn ẹbí mi ti dìde. Wọ́n ní pé a gbọ́dọ̀ lọ lé olóògùn kankan. Ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ mẹ́sẹ̀ ìtẹ̀síwájú Ọlọ́run ní kókó. Pé àbùkọ́ bá káwọn máa ṣoògùn náà bá ń ṣoògùn. Bí pé wọ́n ń da epo sínú iná náà ni. Ọlọ́run ní ká máa tẹ̀lé. A lè wá tẹ̀lé pàṣẹ Ọlọ́run yẹn títí tó fi di àsìkò yìí. Bọ̀ǹkan ló fẹ́ fàyọ ní ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pé bíá ìgbà kan ni àbúrò mi méjì ẹni yìí àbá mi tí mo wà yẹn.
Keto sọ̀rọ̀ nípa yẹn, Ẹ̀dẹ́sáré ṣeun gbé fọ́. He said that afterwards the soldiers were so obstinate that they were not going to release him. They were going to charge him to court. And so they charged him to court, and he said his family members started running helter-skelter looking for solution. And places they went to, they were told that they should not go diabolical. They should just keep praying. Because once they go diabolical, that it will just be like it will look like they are adding fuel to a fire. It will keep fueling it. So they should just keep praying. Keto tẹ̀síwájú, mo fẹ́ bi ní ìbéèrè kan. Ibo gangan ni wọ́n mú yín lọ, àtìmọ́lé wo ni wọ́n mú yín lọ?
Wọ́n gbé mi lọ sáàdì lẹ́sílẹ̀ tí mo sọ fún yín. Wọ́n tó wá gbé mi lọ Òdògbó. Ìgbà tí wọ́n gbọ́ ògbó rẹ̀ lẹ́nu mi tí mo sọ pé mi ò yá wọn ní mọ́tò. Wọ́n á ṣẹ̀gbọ́n wa lọ station Yàgànkú. Bàtà wá dé Yàgànkú yẹn, àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn wá ní kí n lọ gbé mọ́tò mi wá. Ìgbà àwọn family mi ti sọ wọ́n ní kí n lọ gbé mọ́tò mi wá ní ìlú. Wọ́n wá lọ gbé mọ́tò mi wá ní ìlú. Wọ́n gbé mọ́tò mi wá ní ìlú yẹn. Wọ́n wá kó àwọn suspect yẹn lọ sí tí mọ́tò yẹn wà pé ẹnà ọsí mọ́tò tẹ̀ fi lọ ṣiṣẹ́. Wọ́n ní mọ́tò yẹn ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n dé wá gbé mi pé mọ́tò gbàtàn fi wọ́n fi wọ ẹ̀wọ̀n wọn. Wọ́n ṣe wá gbé mi pé mọ́tò tèmi dànù gbé mọ́tò yìí. Mo ní mọ́tò tèmi lélẹ́yìn.
Okay, he actually repeated all what he had said earlier. Báyìí, ẹ̀sùn wo gangan ni wọ́n á fi kàn yín?
Wọ́n fi kàn mí pọ́n. Wọ́n fi kọ ẹ̀sìn kan pé àpọ̀wọ́pọ̀ lọ pa sójà ẹ̀ka ẹ̀sùn apààyàn corporate ẹ̀ka asopọ̀ lọ pààyàn láì dẹ̀ pààyàn.
Okay, he was asked that what actually was his offense, or like what was he charged for, and said the offense was that he was an accomplice to people that went to murder a soldier, and that was so it was a case of murder. Etesiwaju.
Ìgbà tí àwọn méjì wá bá mi torí èmi náà mo sọ fún wọn pé mi ò fẹ́ rí àwọn àbúrò mi kékeré kankan. Àwọn tí ìyá bàbá jọ bí èmi àti wọn nìkan máa yọjú sí mi mẹ́ẹ̀. Torí káwọn ọmọ kékeré bá wá, wọ́n tó máa rí mi tí wọ́n rí mi ní Agodi yẹn tí wọ́n rí mi tí wọ́n fa ń kọ̀ sí mi lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n á bara jẹ́ ju bí mi náà ṣe bara jẹ́ pé kí wọ́n jẹ́ kí èmi àti àwọn tí bàbá bí èmi àti wọn máa yọjú sí mi. Nígbà táwọn ọmọ yìí yọjú sí mi, mo rò pé ta ló rán yín wá. Wọ́n ní kò sí wàhálà pé àwọn fẹ́ wá wò mí ni. Ìgbà táwọn ìṣọmọdé, mo ní kò sí wàhálà. Èmi náà mú ọlọ́kàn le. Bí kò sí ọ̀kan bí mo bọ̀ ń ta bí bàbá wọn bara jẹ́ náà èmi náà bara jẹ́ wọ́n ṣáà ní kò sí wàhálà wọn ni àwọn máa lọ àwọn ní ìdí píṣọ̀ mi kan wọ́n ní kọ́ lọ báyàwó mi wọ́n gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
Okay, he said that 2 of his nephews came to visit him, and he said proud that time he already told his relatives that none of his nephews or nieces should come visit because to him they are too young to witness such a situation. Seeing him in handcuffs inside the prison, that they might not be able to overcome the trauma. So he requested for his siblings, immediate siblings that are still like more mature than his nephews. So but on this particular day, he just saw that 2 of his nephews came to visit him. So he was actually questioning, why did you people come? And they told him, we are not kids anymore. We came to see you. And so the 3 of them were like crying and just praying, and then they now told him that, sir, we need one of your pictures. So he referred them to his wife at home, that she's going to hand over one of his pictures to them. Etesiwaju.
Okay, láti gbà yẹn náà ìyàwó mi náà wọ́n join wọ́n jọ ń wá wọ́n jọ ń ṣàdúrà ìyàwó wọn á ṣe gbẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí mo wà ń bẹ̀ bá a ṣe ń bá kéèsì yẹn lọ tó bá dà ìpò tó fẹ́ níyànjú wọ́n á tún sọ nǹkan kan wọ́n á ní yẹn gbọ́dọ̀ tó ṣe kan lọ hangi kéèsì yẹn àwọn táwọn sọ pé àsì ń bẹ̀ kọ́ ṣe kéèsì kan fẹ́ ṣe kan ṣe àwọn tó mọ̀ pé àwọn involve wọ́n pe lọ́ọ̀yà wọn fún ọ lówó wọ́n gbé kéde lọ́dọ̀ CJ wọ́n ti bẹ̀yẹn pa wọ́n ní kò sí wọn gbèsè ní kọ̀tà máa lọ akọ̀wọ̀n prison for nothing ni àṣẹ ọ̀kan but mo gbàdúrà sọ fún àwọn ẹbí mi yìí wọ́n sáré àṣẹ sọ́ọ̀tù sósì ìgbà tó wáyà wọ́n impress case yẹn lọ́nu court 4 làwọn tẹ́lẹ̀ Yagoku high court kì í ṣe Yagoku bí high court challenge court 4 ọ̀dọ́lágúnjú high court.
Okay, he said that. So when they did that, they went to collect the picture. And afterwards, I guess that was the picture that was brought to church, but we'll still get to that. So he said afterwards that anytime the case is looking as if it will be resolved, it will become hardened. It's looking as if it's going to resolve, it will become hardened. And that was, he said, at the point, they even locked up their case file in a particular police station, and then it was there for long. Sir, ọdún mélòó lẹ lò gangan ní ọgbà ẹ̀wọ̀n?
A kó oṣù mẹ́ta kó gbọ́dún mẹ́sàn-án.
He was asked how many years he spent in prison, and he said he spent 8 years, 9 months in prison. Gbogbo àti ẹ̀dẹ̀ ló lẹ́wọ̀n yìí, sir, wọn ti ìdájọ́ yín o.
Wọn ti ìdájọ́.
He was asked to he was asked that all these years I spent in the prison, it was his case, was he already has the case already been judged? He said no. They just kept going to court and coming back, going to court and coming back. Kálíbà mọ bí ẹ̀sùn yìí ṣe ní agbára tó sà, ipò owó gangan lẹ́ni tí wọ́n pa yìí wà ní
sójà. Ipò tí wọ́n ló wà, ipò yẹn l'Ọbásanjọ́ wà tó fi rule Nàìjíríà.
Ipò wo nìyẹn, ṣé Major General ni àbí?
Major General.
He said that the person that was actually killed was a Major General in the army.
In the army,
yes.
Okoye.
So it was not just a recruit in the army. That was why the soldiers were like hell-bent on seeing the end of anyone that was associated with this case. Ẹ tẹ̀síwájú.
Okay, ìgbà tí wọ́n dé wá ń gbé wa lọ tó ń gbé wa bọ̀, wọ́n ń gbé wa lọ tó ń gbé wa bọ̀. Bọ́rọ̀ ṣe ń wálẹ̀ sí ni wọ́n ń pariwo sí. Ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀rọ̀ tá ti ẹ̀rọ wọn ti yanjú ẹ̀ ní court 4. Gbọ̀ngbà tí wọ́n lò pé wọ́n lówó lọ́wọ́ lẹ́sẹ̀, wọ́n mọ̀yàn, wọ́n gbé kéèsì ẹ̀kọ́ court 4, wọ́n gbé lọ court 10. Ǹjẹ́ àwọn pé tọ́lọ́run ní òṣẹ́, tolúwa ní òṣẹ́, mi ò ní bómi láti sá lọ́jọ́ lọ́run wa lọ. Àtàlẹ́ pé wọ́n gbé wa débẹ̀ yẹn níjọ́ tó ń sọ pé bí i final judgment wọn. Bàbá yẹn ká gbó kiri yẹn tán, ó ní àwọn mẹ́ta ó ní ká kú òun bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn mẹ́ta yòókù ó ní kí wọ́n lọ pa wọn ni.
He said after all these years that the day they will actually get the judgment, the case was transferred from court 4 to court 10. And said when they got to court 10, they were 6 in number. And then when the judge read everything he was going to read, he made his judgment and he said that 3 of them should be freed, discharged and acquitted, and 3 others should be hanged. That's death by hanging. And you
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
said it was part of the 3 that were released.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Wow. Odasa.
Mo wà lára àwọn mẹ́ta tó ń fi sílẹ̀.
Àwọn tá à ń rí lójú fọ́nrán yìí, can we see them back? Báwo náà ṣe jẹ́ sí yín?
Ẹ ṣe èyí tó wọ kádígà yẹn òun náà wà náà àwọn mẹ́ta tó ń fi sílẹ̀. Èyí tó dó sáàárín yẹn òun gọ́gọ́ lọ́ọ̀yà wa.
Ẹ̀yin ìsìlẹ̀ ní kẹta.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni èyí tó wà láàárín yẹn èmi ní kẹta yẹn.
He was trying to explain the people in the pictures to us. Please go ahead and appreciate God. He said that the picture, the lawyer is in the middle. It was the one by the right-hand side of the lawyer, and the person on the left-hand side is the second person that was released alongside himself. Wow. Bó wá tẹ̀ wá nínú ọgbà ẹ̀wọ̀n yìí tẹ̀ ṣáà ń lọ sí ilé ẹjọ́ tẹ̀ ń bọ̀ tí kò jọ́bẹ̀ epo fẹ́ yọrí sí nǹkan kan. Ǹjẹ́ ó ṣe nígbà kan tó jẹ́ pé ẹ ti ìgbàgbọ́ ìrètí ti pin fún yín tẹ́ ti wò pé kò sí ìrètí mọ́, mi ò lè jáde kúrò níbí, mi ò lè bọ́ níbí?
Ẹ pààrọ̀ ìyá mi, mo ti ògbé ìrètí ti tán torí mo rò bí tó bá pé nǹkan tó wọlé ṣe ni mi lè lo mi lè lọ ọdún mẹ́ta mẹ́rin, mi lè lọ ọdún méjì, mi lè lọ ọdún kan. Lọ́wọ́ pé nǹkan tó owó ṣe ń ṣe ni. Eléyìí kì í ṣowó, kì í ṣe agbára. Agbára wo lè mo mọ̀, agbára ni mo ní. Ṣé mi tẹ́ pé mò ń hustle dúgbẹ́ ni? Mò ń ṣa káràkátà. Kí ni wọ́n á mọ̀ ó di pé bí agbára sójà tí ó ṣe pé bí civilian. Ta ni mo mọ̀, ta ni mo rí? Ju Ọlọ́run yìí náà lọ. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ farahàn ní pípọ̀ Ọlọ́run.
Farahàn. People of God, put your hands together for Jesus Christ. It was asked that, was there a point whereby he lost all hope while he was in the prison? And he said yes. That he kept thinking as at that time that this was not just a common man or someone that is of low rank that died. This was a major general. This has to do with the army. That what power does he have? So at the point he even lost all hope of getting his freedom back. Kinto, our brother Favor, what month exactly rather did the man of God pray for people that were in the prison?
That was about July 2024.
July 2024, that's
yes.
this year.
Yes,
sir. Torí tí ọ̀rọ̀ bá ti jáde tí àṣẹ ti tẹ̀lé báyẹn, àwọn tọ́rọ̀ náà bá wà fún wọn máa ń ní ìmọ̀lára níbikíbi tó bá wà. Ǹjẹ́ ẹ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ìmọ̀lára kankan nígbà kan nínú ọdún yìí pé mo ti rí ìtúsílẹ̀ mi o?
Nígbà tí mo lọ tí wọ́n ní wọ́n pè mí visit, mi mọ àwọn tó wá visit mi tí mo rí pé àwọn àbúrò mi lélẹ̀ ni. Mo ní kílẹ̀ tẹ́ fi wá, kílẹ̀ fi ṣe lè. Àṣàjọ ṣe tá mo kú mẹ́ẹ̀. Mo yẹn lọ mo sọ pé ó ti tó àsìkò láti fi wíwá ilẹ̀. Ó ti wá sí mi lára. Nígbà tí mo rí wọn.
Bí oṣù wo?
Ní oṣù tí mo rí wọn ń sìn báyìí. A ti máa tó bí oṣù mẹ́rin báyìí.
Ìyẹn bí July yẹn náà ni.
Mo rí wọn.
June, July, it was around July actually, he was asked that, he was actually told that anytime the man of God prays for someone in proxy, the person that was prayed for will actually have a feeling that something has dropped in me or something has happened to me positively, or as the case may be. He said, so he was asked that, was there at any point in time that he felt like he has received his freedom because he was lost hope? So around this year, was there a point whereby he knew that something is about to happen to me, I'm about to get freed? He said yes, that was the time his nephews came, and our brother here was one of the nephews that went to meet him in the prison. He said that was when they came around. He said immediately they left, he started having this feeling that I have received my freedom. And so he was asked to trace it back. He said it was about like 4 months ago thereabouts, and tracing it back is still around June, July this year. And that was the same time the man of God prophesied for the release. He said that anyone that has anyone in prison will be released. Wow. Ẹ sọ fún wa sir.
Lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn tó ti lọ yẹn, gbogbo àwọn tó wà nù bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn tá a yọ sọ̀rọ̀ tá a yọ ń ṣeré, ẹ̀mí yà kó máa jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ pé mo ti kú ònú ẹ̀wọ̀n ìṣẹ́. Tí bá ń sọ fún wọn, bá wọn pé ìwọ ìṣáà ní sùúrù, kí iṣu ẹni bá ta yẹn máa ń dàwọ́ bò ní, èmi náà máa wò, but ẹ̀mí yà ṣáà máa pé ibi tí ó yẹ kí n ti sọ̀rọ̀, àní mo ti kú ònú ẹ̀wọ̀n ìṣẹ́. Màá kó máa sọ fún wọn, wọ́n ṣáà ní sùúrù pé bàbá níyà, gbogbo ara mi, gbogbo ìṣe mi, èmi náà máa ríra pé nǹkan tí mi ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀. Ìgbà tó yá mo lọ kó gbogbo aṣọ tí mo ní, nígbà tó ń sọ pé ìjọba ìlànà lọ kọ́ọ̀tì, mo ha àwọn ẹgbẹ́ kí ni nǹkan tó rí, mo ní ẹ̀mí tèmi ti kú ònú ẹ̀wọ̀n ẹ̀ṣẹ̀.
Wow. He said after his nephews left, that he started telling people around him in the prison that I'm no longer part of you. I'm leaving you people soon. I am leaving you people soon. And they will be asking him, what did you see? What happened? What's happening with you? He said he kept hearing it in his spirit that he will soon leave them. He said when they were about to go to court to hear their judgment, he said he just packed all his clothes and gave them out in the prison. And so they were wondering that what is wrong with you? Why are you, giving out your clothes? He kept telling them, I know that I'm about to receive my freedom. Sir, lọ́jọ́ kìíní àná tó mú yín.
Ma?
Lọ́jọ́ kìíní àná tó mú yín lọ́dún 2016.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Àwọn nǹkan kan wo gan lẹ fi sílẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé ńgbà tí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wà nù ìrònú rẹ̀ máa ń bá yín bóyá ọmọ ni bóyá ya ni o bóyá.
Mo fa aya lẹ̀, mo dẹ̀ fọmọ lẹ̀, mo dẹ̀ fi ṣọ́, mo fi ń jẹun náà lẹ̀.
ọmọ tẹ fílẹ̀ bí ọmọ ọdún mélòó ṣé ọmọ kan ní ṣé méjì ni.
ọmọ tí mo fi lẹ̀ bí ọmọ ọdún kan àti oṣù mélòó bí oṣù kan àbí oṣù méjì.
ìgbà tẹ tiẹ̀ wá délé ńgbà tẹ rí ìtúsílẹ̀.
nígbà tí mo délé ọmọ mi gan jẹ́ kọ́mọ ìyàwó ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kan wálé ó ní kì í ṣe bàbá ìwọ nìkan bàbá gbogbo wa ni o ìyẹn ní bàbá tòun ni pé ìyá òun sọ pé bàbá òun ni ọmọọgùn mọ̀ mi mọ́ àti máa súnmọ́ ìyá rẹ̀ gan máa wò ó pé ṣé kìí kan lọ́ra ilé wa kó wá bá ìyá òun ṣeré gélé ìmọ̀ àdé máa fi jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé èmi ni bàbá rẹ̀ èmi mo bí ẹ.
Wow. It was asked to just tell us his ordeal, like what he left behind before he was apprehended that day. He said, yes, he left his wife behind, he left his son behind, and the son was actually 1 year and 3 months when he left him behind. So it was not used to him as at that time. He also said that he left his businesses too behind. He said that when he was released, when he got home, and people were saying that, the son's friends and relatives were saying that this is not your dad, this is our dad. They were joking with him like that. And he said, no, my mom already told me that this is my dad. But even at that, it was still not used to him. He used to feel as if maybe he was rented to just come and play with his mother. So it was a thing of pain to him, having to leave his family that young. Sir, báwo wá ni inú yín ṣe dùn tó lọ́jọ́ tòní tẹ́ rí ìtúsílẹ̀ yín gbà?
Ìyá mi ẹni bá nínú mi ṣe dùn tó Ọlọ́run máa kárí irú ẹ̀ ó wá di pé ká bá fẹ́ lọ tọ̀ ká máa béèrè ìbéèrè tá a bá fẹ́ jẹun ká máa náwó sókè bóyá fẹ́ jẹun o àwọn fẹ́ tọ̀ o àdìpọ̀ ọlọ́pàá àgbáyé wà ọlọ́pàá inú ẹ̀wọ̀n wà bá a lọ bá ibẹ̀yẹn ò ṣe é rìn kò sí free movement mo ṣe ni free movement ni nígbà tí mo ti rí ìtúsílẹ̀ Ọlọ́run.
People of God appreciate Jesus Christ on behalf of this free life. It was asked, how is he now having received his freedom? How is he feeling now? And he said that now he's so happy that over there when he was in the prison, that they can't do anything without taking permissions. Even if they want to pee, they want to eat, they have to raise their hands to take permission, no freedom. But he said now he's free to the glory of God. Sir, àwa fẹ́ bi yín, ìgbà tí ẹ jáde tí wọ́n á mú ròyìn tọ̀yìn wá wípé orí òkè Síónì la máa mú àwòrán yín wá tí ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run gbàdúrà fún yín, òun lẹ fi rí ìtúsílẹ̀ yín o. Báwo ló ṣe rí lára yín?
Ìyá mi wọ́n ní nǹkan tí ojú ẹni tí ò bá ti rí nǹkan ẹni tó bá lóun ti rí nǹkan wọ́n ń ta ní tíṣà rẹ̀ mo ti páàsù kankan mo dẹ̀ ti rí inú kankan kì í ṣe pé ẹni tó dàgbà jù lórí nǹkan jù ìgbà tí wọ́n sọ pé ibí ni wọ́n ti rí ìtúsílẹ̀ mi mo ń dédé pé màá wá bẹ́ẹ̀ kàn màá dẹ́ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ má dẹ́ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo Ọlọ́run tó bá jẹun sìn bẹ́ẹ̀ lájọ máa sìn kọ́dẹ́ bá kéèpé láì máa kéèpé.
He was asked that how did he feel and what was his response when he was told that it was actually the man of God, Prophet Adetuberu, that spoke a word of authority and got him released. He said when he was told that he told them that he has to be here by all means, and the God of this mountain too will be his God. The people of God haven't heard this. Give the glory back to Jesus Christ with the clapping offering. Just put your hands together for Jesus Christ. Now let's speak to Grandma.
Mount Zion.
Land of deliverance and holiness.
Mount Zion.
Land of deliverance and holiness.
Orúkọ mi ni Mrs. Odika Agata. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àbúrò mi yìí. Nítorí pé bàbá ò sùn, ìyá ò sùn. Àwọn dẹ̀ tí ò lọ sí ìlú. Èmi mo jẹ́ bí àgbà nínú wọn. Wọ́n máa pè mí lọ́sàn-án, wọ́n máa pè mí lọ́sì. Màá ṣàṣọ pé ẹ mú Ọlọ́run dání. Ibi tẹ́ ń lọ yẹn tẹ́ ń pa ẹran, tẹ́ ń pa adìyẹ, wọ́n kàn ń gbowó yín ni. Ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ lóòótọ́ nígbà tí wọ́n ṣe kì í ṣe nǹkan tó máa fa agbára ṣe. Ẹ pé nǹkan tó máa fa agbára tàbí owó ṣe kò tiẹ̀ nílò ọ̀sẹ̀ kan bẹ̀. Torí pé gbogbo ọjà tó wà ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n tà pátápátá mọ́lẹ̀ tó ń di owó dání pé bí wọ́n máa ṣe fẹ́ àjọ máa ná. àná gbogbo ẹ̀ títí títí kò sí. So
Hold on. Mama was asked, let's like talk about what she knows about this, and Mama said that this situation actually caused them all sleepless nights. That this is her younger brother, and she's like the eldest amongst all the siblings, and so they usually look up to her, and that's in that regard they used to call her day, night, to tell her or ask her progress of things. She said at some point she started telling other relatives of hers that you people don't need to be going to places whereby they will ask you to be bringing, things for sacrifice or buy things to, maybe appease the gods just for his release, because she knows that it's only God that can do this. She even said that if it's a thing of money, that it would have been released long time ago, that he spent quite a fortune on this case. They even had to sell all the goods he has in his shop, packed everything just to get his freedom, but all to no avail.
So àtìgbà tí gbogbo kí n ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ntí mo fi ní ìpinnu pé mi báyìí sẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ máa níyànjú nítorí pé ọba tó jẹ́ pé ó tú àṣírí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nídìílé ọkọ mi 1906 èmi nìyí mo wá ní pé òun ló máa tú ọmọ yìí sílẹ̀ tó fi tú àṣírí ohun tí àwọn ti ẹ̀rọ tá a mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ tí tọ́lọ̀ fi bá mi ṣe tí ọmọ mi fi travel out inú ẹ̀ mo nígbà tọ́lọ̀ ń ṣe eléyìí pé ó máa tú eléyìí sílẹ̀ ẹsẹ̀ so mú mi láti mú píṣẹ̀ wá síbí tí à ń gbàdúrà lé lórí ó wá ṣẹlẹ̀ péjọ́ èmi ò wá sí church ọjọ́ tí wọ́n ní bàbá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ mo wá nígbà tó mo nígbà tó gbọ́ mo ní ó yá kó tètè kó dúró sí àdúrà tó ń ṣe yẹn pé mo mọ̀ pé time ẹ̀ ti tó pé time ẹ̀ ló tó yìí.
Okay, she said that she believed that it's still God that would do all this, and her belief was strengthened based on the deliverance she has once experienced too. There was a time the man of God delivered herself and her family from a spirit that had been tormenting their generation. The spirit was entered their family in the year 1906. And so she now said that for God to have unraveled such a deep secret that was not even known to the family, she believed that God is going to release her brother. And so she kept bringing her brother's picture to church, praying over it. But he said this particular day, on this fateful day that the man of God prayed the prayer of release for people in prison, she was not in church, but her son was in church. And so she heard about it and quickly told her son to stand in gap for her. And that was how he came out with the picture, and the man of God prayed over it.
So ngbà tó dé yẹn mo sọ mo wò wà á tẹ̀lé mi débi báyìí o mo nítorí pé mo ti fẹ́ yan ọ̀gàngán lórí àwọn àbúrò lọ́wọ́ àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n kódà àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ní pé ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wo ló ń lọ ẹ fi lẹ̀ mo wá sọ mo nípò má wo tàbúrò má wo tẹ̀gbọ́n kankan Ọlọ́run ti yẹ orí ẹni kó o máa jà fún àti orí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ tètè wá tẹ̀lé mi débi báyìí lẹ́yìn tí ò bá bá mi wá a jẹ́ pé o ò fẹ́ràn Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ fẹ́ràn ẹ̀ so ló mú mi wá tí mo ta fi wá sí báyìí lọ́jọ́ èní.
ìyẹn túmọ̀ sí pé tí wọ́n fi wà bí wọ́n fẹ́ràn Ọlọ́run.
Yes.
Olúwa ṣeun. She said that immediately God released, started telling him that you have to follow me to church. The God that delivered you, the mountain that I took your picture to, and a word of authority was said, and you were healed. You have to follow me. If indeed you love God, you have to follow me, because people have really mocked me concerning your case, and this is the time to show the world that there is God on Mount Zion. People of God, put your hands together for Jesus Christ. Mommy, báwo gangan nínú yín wá ṣe dùn tó lónìí tẹ́yìn náà báwọn èèyàn gbégbá ọpẹ́.
Inú mi dùn gan mò ń pààrà nínú kóòtù ìjọ yẹn mo bọ́ sí dùgbẹ̀ báyìí wọ́n mọ̀ mí dùgbẹ̀ etí tì yẹn gan mo ti ń rákò lẹ̀ mo ń yíra mi lẹ̀lẹ̀ ni wọ́n béèrè kí ló ṣe mo ní kò lè yé yín ńgbà mo láàbúrò mi kó ti jáde o ọ̀bí ó sì yọ o.
The glory of God. Wow, she said that immediately she heard of his release, that she went to the main streets, at the market area, and she was rolling on the floor. People were wondering what's happening to you, and she said that my brother just got released. The obi means that shame on you, devil. Yes. My brother has been released from prison. Congratulations, ma. Congratulations, sir. And the God that has done this will continue to do more in your family. Congratulations, our brother. You're welcome to the fold of Christ. You're welcome to the house of the prophet, the one that said the word, and the word became flesh and came to release you from prison, just like the case of Paul and Silas. And here you are giving the glory back to Jesus Christ. Once again, people of God, put your hands together for Jesus Christ for this wonderful testimony. Okay, so Brother Favor, that particular day you came out and the word of from the word of knowledge to the word of authority. How much were you asked to pray for this, wonderful thing your family has received?
Here in Mount Zion, we don't pay money for any prophecy, for deliverance. Everything is free of charge.
Okay, everything is free of charge. Congratulations to you and your family. Now to you, sir. Sing, sir. Ojú ti rí tó. Kí ni ìmọ̀ràn tẹ́ lè gba àwọn tó wà jákèjádò àtàwọn tó wà níbí lọ́jọ́ tòní?
Àwọn tí mi ì bọ́n ọ̀dẹ sọ dáadáa.
Ìmọ̀ràn afẹ́kẹ́ gbà àwọn èèyàn nímọ̀ràn pẹ̀lú gbogbo èrí tẹ́ ti rí tẹ́ ti wá ní ìtúsílẹ̀ báyìí ẹ gbà àwọn èèyàn nímọ̀ràn.
Ìmọ̀ràn tí mo lè gbà ni pé ó wà pé tó bá ń báyàn sọ̀rọ̀ kí èèyàn máa gbọ́, kó bí ẹni bá ń báyàn sọ̀rọ̀ kó máa gbọ́, torí gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ tí èèyàn kọ́ gbọ́ àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí báyìí bí kó máa báyàn sọ̀rọ̀ kí èèyàn sọ pé ó mọ̀ jù, kó máa lóyún mọ̀ jù, nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ ilé wa máa ṣòpò bí ó mọ̀ jù, àwọn máa sun abẹ́ gáràjì, wọ́n máa pè nígbà kékeré, àwọn máa ní bákan bákan, nígbà tó bá tó stage wàá máa rí àwọn tó ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó ń pè múgùn yẹn wọ́n ti ń gun mọ́tò wàá máa sáré àárọ̀ lọ́sàn-án kí wọ́n sì gbọ́ ti òbí rẹ̀ lójú.
He was asked to give you the word of advice to us about the word, and everyone seated here today, and he said that he's going to advise everyone to always be obedient and also always listen to the words of the elders. Do not be in a haste to make it in life. Just be patient. According to his experience, he has seen a lot of things, and so he just has this piece of advice to give to everyone. In that regard, our mafeke draw into your bound, but we just will share to two, I still to two. Every was
Jésù ṣe tó tú wa sílẹ̀ o.
Oh God, join this family and appreciate the name of Jesus Christ. And thanks so much for coming to share testimony to the glory of God.